High-concept ideas. Imagine crafting a story idea so unique and captivating that you can describe it in a single breath and have everyone hooked. That's the power of a high-concept idea. It's simple, intriguing, and instantly memorable, the kind of pitch that makes people sit up and say, "Tell me more." Now imagine having AI as your brainstorming partner, ready to jumpstart your creativity whenever it falters or lend its infinite imagination to your ideas. With carefully structured AI prompts, you'll unlock a wellspring of inspiration, transforming the overwhelming task of plotting into an efficient and exhilarating process. You will enhance your storytelling and gain communication skills that enrich your personal and professional life, from casual conversations to career-defining pitches. Using AI to brainstorm and develop your story is like turbocharging your creativity. What used to take days, weeks, or even months can now happen in minutes. By the end of this lesson, you'll know how to craft high-concept hooks that set your story apart and pull readers in like a gravitational well in space-time. What is a high-concept idea? A high-concept idea boils your story down to its most exciting and intriguing essence. A sentence or two so concise and captivating that you could confidently recite it in your sleep. Picture this. You're in an elevator with a busy publisher. You have just a few moments to pitch your book before the doors open. This is not the time to share your protagonist's backstory or list all your main characters. Instead, you need a sharp, clear hook, a high-concept idea that immediately grabs their attention and leaves them wanting more. Examples of high-concept ideas. Here are some examples of high-concept ideas that draw you in instantly. During a manned mission to Mars, an astronaut is stranded and alone on the hostile planet and must survive with dwindling supplies until they can rescue him. Andy Weir, The Martian. An awkward orphaned boy discovers he has magical powers when he gets recruited to attend a school for witches and wizards, and must prove his worth when the evilest wizard of all time sets out to destroy him. J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. The life of a simple bookshop owner turns upside down when he meets the most famous film star in the world and falls in love with her. Richard Curtis, Notting Hill, film script. Why are high-concept ideas crucial? In today's fast-paced world, readers have endless options and only give you a second or two to grab their attention before moving on. If you're aiming for traditional publishing, the stakes are even higher. Your idea needs to pass through a gauntlet of gatekeepers. It must excite your agent, captivate an editor, impress a sales team, and win over bloggers, reviewers, and readers. It might even need to charm foreign publishers or attract film producers. A killer high-concept idea isn't just a great starting point. It's your ticket to making your story irresistible at every stage of the publishing journey. How to develop a strong high-concept idea. Crafting a high-concept idea that captivates readers and industry professionals requires a mix of timeless storytelling and fresh innovation. Follow these 5 steps to create a concept that's both compelling and memorable. Start with a classic premise. The best ideas often begin with timeless themes like good versus evil, man versus nature, or the hero's journey. These universal foundations create familiarity and resonance, giving your story a solid base to build on. Add a twist. What makes your story stand out? Add a unique twist, an unexpected setting, a reimagined character, or a surprising plot angle. This is where you make the familiar feel fresh, intriguing, and distinctly your own. Focus on character. Even in a plot-driven story, readers connect most with the characters. Your protagonist should be someone they want to root for, vibrant, flawed, and driven. A compelling character breathes life into your high-concept idea. Emphasize the stakes. What's at risk? High stakes keep your readers invested, whether it's a personal goal or a world-ending threat. Make it clear what your protagonist stands to gain or lose, and why it matters. Keep it concise. Simplicity is critical. Your high-concept idea should be easy to understand and memorable. Aim for 1 or 2 sentences that capture the heart of your story. The killer high-concept blueprint. Aim to include as many of these vital elements as possible to craft a killer high-concept idea. Let's explore each part using the high-concept idea for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone as an example. A fish out of water. Place your protagonist in a situation where they clash with the environment or feel out of place. This creates immediate tension and a relatable struggle. Conflict is essential. Stories where protagonists succeed without obstacles are dull, and readers connect with characters who must solve problems and grow. An awkward orphan discovers he has magical powers when he's recruited to attend a school for witches and wizards, and must prove his worth as the evilest wizard of all time sets out to destroy him. Harry is a fish out of water in this hook, an orphaned boy navigating a magical world he knows nothing about. A brewing conflict. Introduce a major problem or antagonist that spans the entire story. Readers should immediately sense the stakes and the protagonist's challenges. Here, the brewing conflict is Voldemort, the ultimate threat, intent on Harry's destruction. A hook. This element makes people say, "Wow, I have to read this." The hook is often something fresh, exciting, or fantastical, something that sets your story apart. Who wouldn't want to attend a school for witches and wizards? The hook in Harry Potter is the magical school, a setting that sparks curiosity and wonder. The hook for Death's Apprentice, my example story. A teen boy living in the underworld must craft a scythe from the bones of dead creatures to become Death's apprentice and venture into the world of the living to reap his first soul. But he falls in love with the girl and must prove his worth when Death sets out to destroy him and the world of the living. The hook here is the vivid and unique premise: a scythe-forging apprentice of Death navigating the living and the dead. A universal theme. Every great story has a universal or relatable theme, something that resonates deeply with readers. While your high-concept hook doesn't need to state the theme outright, you should understand it clearly before you start writing. Examples of themes in Harry Potter. Love, courage, and the corruption of power are all central to the story. Its high-concept hook reflects the universal theme of good versus evil. Common universal themes: love, forgiveness, courage, trust, survival, selflessness, honor, confidence, faith, and acceptance. While no story is entirely original, the way you deliver these themes can make your story unique. Why themes matter. Themes are the heart and soul of your story. They provide depth and meaning, turning your high-concept idea into something readers remember long after they finish the last page. Even though many books share similar themes, it's your unique take, your packaging, that makes your story fresh and captivating. Brainstorming high-concept ideas with AI. Think of AI as your brainstorming buddy, always ready to refine your ideas or inspire something completely new. If you haven't already developed a story seed in the previous exercise, don't worry. These prompts will help you get started. Your results will be even more tailored and exciting with a story seed ready. Try asking the AI, what are some fresh high-concept ideas for a fantasy story? Brainstorm hooks for a story where a Grim Reaper's apprentice falls in love with a human girl. How can I mix genres like steampunk and horror to create something unique? What's the high-concept idea behind a Robin Hood in space story? Can you suggest a few varied high-concept hook questions for different genres I can ask the AI? AI thrives on creativity and variation, so don't hesitate to experiment with prompts or build upon the results it generates. The goal is to uncover a hook that excites you and sparks ideas that practically demand to be written. The ultimate high-concept hook prompt. With your story idea ready, use these master prompts to let AI generate high-concept hooks. To spark maximum creativity, you can omit genre or context parameters at the end of the prompts. Consider running the prompts in new threads for fresh results to avoid confusing the AI with old data. Experiment, run them multiple times, and pick the elements that ignite your imagination. Need a final polish? Let the AI refine it for you. High Concept Hook Prompt Version 1. As a world-renowned copywriter, celebrated author, and developmental editor in the genre field, your challenge is to create an engaging hook for my novel using a concise three-sentence formula. A fish out of water. Describe an out-of-place character or situation in the story. A brewing conflict. Summarize the central conflict or challenge. A hook. Deliver an engaging and intriguing line that draws readers in. Genre. Specify a genre. Fantasy, private detective mystery, romance. Novel context. Provide a brief story description. With this information, create a single paragraph that combines these three elements without stating the steps of the formula. Make sure it encapsulates the essence of the story, grabbing the reader's attention and compelling them to want to read more. High Concept Hook Prompt Version 2. As a world-renowned developmental editor and genre author, your task is to craft a compelling high-concept hook for my novel that will leave readers eager to dive into the story. Utilize the "a fish out of water" plus "a brewing conflict" plus "a hook" formula to craft a well-thought-out high-concept hook in no more than 3 sentences, ensuring that each of these elements is reflected clearly in your creation. Here's the context I provide. Novel context. Novel context. Based on this information, weave together a high-concept hook that promises a captivating story filled with struggle, conflict, and a fresh, unique angle. Ensure the resulting hook does justice to the depth and complexity of the plot and characters, enticing potential readers with a tantalizing glimpse of the story that lies within. Remember, the goal is to create a hook that is intriguing, succinct, and perfectly encapsulates the essence of the story in a way that captures the reader's attention and compels them to want to read more. I'm looking forward to seeing your creative, captivating high-concept hook. Genre. Specify genre here. Novel context. Provide a brief story description. Prompt to enhance the hook. As a world-renowned developmental editor, your task is to refine the provided high-concept hook for my novel that will leave readers eager to dive into the story. Utilize the "a fish out of water" plus "a brewing conflict" plus "a hook" formula when refining the high-concept hook into a paragraph with no more than 3 sentences, ensuring that each of the formula elements is reflected clearly in a concise hook without unnecessary filler words and fluff. Here is the high concept I provide. Provide your high concept hook here. Exercise. Create your high concept hook. Now it's your turn. Think about your next novel, or dream up something completely new. Use the tips and examples you've learned to craft a high concept idea that makes you proud. Remember, this is just the beginning. Your hook is the foundation, evolving and deepening as you develop your story. Summary. Congratulations. You've unlocked the secret to crafting high-concept ideas, those magnetic one-line hooks that make your story impossible to ignore. With AI as your creative co-pilot, brainstorming becomes exhilarating, turning timeless storytelling elements, unique twists, and unforgettable characters into captivating hooks. But it doesn't stop there. A solid universal theme adds depth and emotional resonance, ensuring your story lingers in readers' hearts and minds. Now it's your turn to take action. Use what you've learned to craft a high-concept hook that excites you and intrigues others. Your next big idea is waiting, just a spark or a prompt away. Grab the downloadable AI prompt PDF and check out the free first book of my Defenders of Asgard series in the description to see it in action. See you in the next video.